Okay, folks, this is going to be a bit of a yucky thing to do, and who knows, it might have COVID, although it hasn't. It's been out in the weather outside, and it's been sitting in my unit for a while, so hopefully the COVID germs are all fucking but gone. But it's an interesting one. I just thought I'd pick it up, grab it off. Someone's left it behind. I don't know how it's going to look. There's a demo piece. I think 300 by 300 should be a good size for this. I think negative positive might look good with this. Make it more interesting. Okay, let's see what this yucky thing is. It is a teething baby's toy. A baby's toy of some descript. Some disgusting... Look, I don't like babies much. Don't get me wrong, I do care about children. I just don't like dealing with them, and I'm always worried I'm going to catch COVID from them because they don't know that coughing is going to spread germs. But you know, what can you do, you know, folks? Just try and take precautions from COVID. I think this is 300's a bit big, so we're just going to drop that behind it. But yeah, you just get the feeling that, you know, children are such super spreaders, and I'm a person that really doesn't want to catch COVID. I really hate the idea of allowing that disease to ruin my life. I don't want to be stuck at home waiting 7 days and having to deal with the symptoms and dealing with getting overweight because I can't exercise. So, you know, I just haven't got any time, and I want to get this stuff to go to air on television, so I've got to keep working. I go mad if I just sit at home doing fuck all because of COVID. So, you know, I'm not a COVID type person. I just can't tolerate the thought of catching it. So, you know, it's just really something I just don't want. I don't want it, folks. I just don't want it. I know people have become kind of blasé about COVID. They're no longer on high alert, which is really alarming in a way because, you know, you can't, it's like you just can't avoid catching it. It's just like you try your hardest, and I've been very fortunate that I haven't caught it yet. Fortunately, I've been fully vaccinated, although I'm looking on the horizon for my 4th jab, which hasn't arrived yet. I'm very disappointed I couldn't get my 4th jab when I wanted to. So still can't get it yet, I don't think. So I'm waiting for the 4th jab on the horizon. In the meanwhile, I'm trying to dodge people on public transport not wearing masks or not wearing them properly, and that drives me nuts. It drives me fucking bonkers, folks, that these people don't seem to have any qualms about leaving their masks behind and getting on public transport and potentially infecting heaps of people, and they don't seem to have any sense of what's the word, duty of care to deal with that. And it really drives me up the wall trying to dodge these people, but I know I can't dodge them in the end because there's so many of them. You know, they don't seem to be afraid that they could end up with COVID themselves. They don't seem afraid that they could be fined a $500 fine for not complying. So, you know, they take risks, and they don't seem to care, and they don't care about other people who don't want to catch it, or people who are immunocompromised, or people who've got problems, health problems that make COVID absolutely deadly. They don't seem to care, and it really upsets me that I feel this need to keep moving around on the bloody bus to try and dodge these idiots. And they're idiots, you know, just because they don't care. They just want to it's like they've got a death wish for themselves and others. It's like they're COVID spreading bots, robots. They just go around spreading the disease because they don't care. And really, I've got no fucking time for COVID, folks. I really haven't got time to deal with that kind of thing. I do think the blue isn't quite what I'm after. I think without the blue it looked a bit better. I don't know. It does look the colours look a bit muddy. Don't know what to do about it, folks. But basically I don't want to catch this COVID, folks. I really don't. I really have no time and energy to want to deal with such a disease when it could have been prevented. No, prevention's better than cure, folks. Some people have symptoms that go on persistently, and it's called long COVID, and it's really bad. Sometimes people have brain problems, brain fogging, and all that sort of stuff because of COVID. Because COVID's really bad, and people don't seem to realise that it's not worth catching. If you can avoid catching it, avoid it at all costs, folks. Avoid it. Avoid it at all costs. Don't play dice with it. Don't fuck around with other people's, not just your lives, but other people's lives. Don't fuck with it. It's not worth it. It's not worth having. And people don't seem to care anymore about it. They just seem to think it's okay to spread it round and that it's okay. It's not okay. I don't like COVID, folks. I am a person who's dead set against catching and disseminating COVID. And that actually looks better in red. I do think the colours look nicer. The blue looks interesting, but I don't know. But basically, I really haven't got the time or the desire to deal with having COVID, and I just don't have time. I don't have the desire. People just don't seem to give a fuck anymore. They used to worry about it. Now they just think, it's okay. It's just COVID. You'll get over it. Everyone's getting it. Everyone's had it. It's like, fuck no. I'm not interested. I don't want it. I want to make my choice. I choose to uphold my human right not to catch COVID. Not to catch COVID, folks. I exert my human right to not catch COVID. Now that looks better in some ways. Yeah, I do. I want to uphold my human right. They talk about human rights. You don't want to get COVID vaccinated. You don't want to. It's like, freedom, right, freedom. It's human rights abuse if it's compulsory to get vaccinated. But at least when you get vaccinated, you're less likely to catch it. You're less likely to get a severe bout of it. And basically, you're less likely, you heal up better, quicker when you're getting vaccinated. But now it's like people don't want to get vaccinated. They talk about human rights. Fight against compulsory vaccination. Fight against wearing masks. It's like, fuck, we're in the middle of a pandemic, you idiots. We're in a pandemic. We're not fucking here to worry about human fucking rights. My human rights, I want not to catch COVID. So people, if they comply with the rules of the authorities, like wearing a mask on a bus or a train or anything else, well, that's it. You got to do it, folks. You got to fucking do it. Listen to the authorities, folks. When they say that you can get $500 fine for not wearing a mask on public transport. So just listen to them, folks. Because I just wish the worst upon you, folks. If you want to fuck with the law, well, just fuck with it, because you're going to get caught eventually. You're going to get caught. But, what can I do? I'm nothing. I'm just a person who hates the idea of catching COVID. I have no time. I'm trying to get in touch with a lost partner. I haven't got time just to sit on in my fucking unit doing fuck all. All because some smarty pants got me to catch COVID on a bus where I travel to and from work every 3 days a week. Anyway, enough about that again. I think we can now call it quits. I think this looks all right. I think we can call it quits. Gotta go.